Phantom Busters Volume 1. Let's talk about it. For the past couple months, I've been highly anticipating Phantom Busters Volume 1, and I'm excited to say that I finally have it in hand. Phantom Busters follows a group of 4 teenagers who are kind of tied together by the concept of ghosts. You have Eugene, who is the smarts of the group. He's been a genius ever since he was a kid, and he is somebody that doesn't really believe in ghosts. He doesn't really believe in them until it is scientifically proven. And even though he doesn't really believe in ghosts, he does believe in his friends, and that is enough for him to continue to hang out with them and associate with them. Mogari is an exorcist from a very well-known clan. You get to know a little bit more about the clan further into Volume 1. Mogari is somebody that was born in the mountains. He was actually supposed to train for the next 10 years for the rest of his high school days in the mountains, but he decided that he wanted to go to the town where they all meet each other so he could live out like a regular teenager. Mogari is extremely unpredictable. You don't know what he's going to do next, but he is somebody that is extremely funny, somebody that seemingly is very loyal to his friends and the people that care about him and the people that he cares about. Next up, you have Kawaru, and he's kind of like the stoic type. You don't really know if he's very approachable. He kind of seems kind of daunting and scary to approach. He has kind of like an eccentric look. He has long spiky hair, he's blonde, he has X's on his eyes, but it's all for a very specific reason. Again, Volume 1 does a good job of explaining why he is the way that he is. And it also goes into detail that even though he looks a certain way and he seems a little bit unapproachable, he's just a big weeb. He loves anime, he loves manga, and specifically Slam Dunk. And at the very end, you get to meet the 4th member, Kotaru, who cannot see ghosts, but he could talk to them. And he's very sweet, and even though he cannot see ghosts, he likes to talk to them to help them move on to the afterlife. All 4 characters have their own very unique personalities, but regardless of that, they work together perfectly. One of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to anime or manga is when you have a male-focused friend group that isn't exactly willing to talk to one another. They just kind of aren't able to open up. They don't seem vulnerable. But this is kind of giving me hints that they are going to allow the characters to just open up and be honest about the way that they're feeling and just accept the fact that maybe sometimes they did make a mistakes and not just be hot-headed. I hate when they just fall into that trope of hot-headedness and not being able to open up. And there are glimpses of that in this first volume, and I really do appreciate that. Overall, I think Volume 1 did a great job of introducing these characters. They also kind of have in between chapters a little bit more of a description of their personality, their age, their height. For whatever reason, it all says that they're currently going through a growth spurt, so don't mind that. I like the way that they're building up their friendship. I cannot wait to see what other topics that they get into, because towards the end of the volume, they kind of do cover the topic of taking one's own life. So yeah, Volume 2, I cannot wait all the way in January though, but it's going to be worth the wait. I have a feeling that it is.